Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you all fine. Be safe at home. Now let us study the motions of the earth. Motion means the movement. Children, I want to ask you one question. Have you noticed the sun in the morning, afternoon, or evening? Is it in the same place throughout the day? No. It is seen in the east in the morning, overhead in the afternoon, and in the west in the evening. Have you ever thought of the reason behind it? This is because of the constant moving of the earth around the sun. It seems that the sun is moving, but it is not so. This is similar to what you experience when you are traveling in a bus or a train. When you look out of the window, the trees, lamppost, and other objects seems to be moving. But actually, children, it is you who are moving. To understand the motions of the earth better, you need to be familiar with the shape and inclination of the earth. So let us go to study about the shape and the inclination of the earth. Shape and inclination of the earth. You know, children, the earth is spherical in shape. What do you mean by spherical? Spherical means globe shape. It rotates on its axis, which is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the center of the earth. If you see the picture, you can understand clearly. The earth's axis is always tilted or inclined from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 degree. When you see the picture of the earth, it will not be looking straight. It will be slightly slanting. It is called inclined. Is it clear? How many degrees it is inclined? 23.5 degree. It makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the plane of the earth's orbit. Now let us see one fact. The velocity of the earth's rotation varies from 1670 km per hour at the equator to 845 km per hour at 60 degree north and south latitudes and 0 at the poles. Do you know the reason? I will explain you now. Listen. Near the equator, the earth is bulgy. That's why the velocity is more. When it goes near the poles, it becomes narrow in shape. That is why near the poles the velocity is less. Is it clear, children? Now let us go to study the two motions of the earth. What are the two motions of the earth you would have studied in 5th standard? Let us say once again. Rotation and revolution. Do you remember? We are going to see that only. Okay. First we go to study about the rotation. It is the spinning movement of the earth on its axis. Rotation is nothing but the movement of the earth on its own axis. Is it clear, children? The earth rotates from west to east. That is anti-clockwise direction. We already studied when we studied about the planets. Do you remember? And it takes 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4.09 seconds to complete one rotation. The time taken by the earth to complete one rotation is called a day. So, do you understand how a day is calculated? When the earth completes one rotation, that is what we call a day. Is it clear? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. As the earth is spherical in shape, we already studied spherical shape, only one half of it is illuminated by the sun at a time. The other half remains dark. It means when the earth rotates, the one half of the earth only will get the light from the sun. The other half of the earth will not get the light. It will be dark. The illuminated portion of the earth experiences day. So the part which gets the sunlight will be the daytime. Is it clear? Whereas the darkened part of the earth experiences night. The other part which is not receiving sunlight will be the night. Now, do you understand how the days and nights are occur? The line which divides the surface of the earth into a lighted half and a dark half is called the terminator line. There is a line which divides the lighted half and a dark half. That line only called terminator line. Is it clear, children? Now let us study one fact. The midnight sun is a natural phenomenon that occurs in the summer months in places north of the Arctic Circle or south of the Antarctic Circle when the sun remains overhead 24 hours a day. That means above the Arctic Circle and below the Antarctic Circle, there is no sunrise or sunset. The sun remains present always. Now let us go to study about the next motion, that is revolution. It is the movement of the earth around the sun on its elliptical path. Elliptical means lengthy circle. The earth takes 365 1/4 days for it to complete one revolution. How many days the earth takes to complete one revolution? 365 1/4 days. It revolves around the sun at a speed of 30 km per second. For the sake of convenience, we take it as 365 days and call it a year. The remaining quarter day is added once in every 4 years in the month of February. Do you understand? That is why February has 29 days once in 4 years. It is only called a leap year. The inclination of the earth on its axis and its revolution around the sun causes different seasons. Okay, children, now I ask you one question. What is this year? This year is 2020, isn't it? Now tell me whether it is a leap year or not. Yes, it is a leap year. Children, do you know how to calculate a leap year? When you divide a year by 4, if you don't get any remainder, then it will be a leap year. Suppose if you get any remainder, then it is not a leap year. Is it clear? The northern hemisphere is inclined towards the sun for 6 months from 21st March to 23rd September, while the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. From September 23rd to March 21st, the southern hemisphere is inclined towards the sun and the northern hemisphere faces away from the sun. What is called the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere? Do you know? The portion above the equator is called northern hemisphere. The portion below the equator is called the southern hemisphere. Is it clear, children? The changing position of the earth in its orbit during revolution gives the impression that the sun is continuously moving north and south of the equator. The equator faces the sun directly on 21st March and 23rd September. These 2 days are called equinoxes, during which the day and night are equal throughout the earth. Now there is a question for you. Priya is 12 years old. How many times she would have revolved around the sun? The answer is The earth takes 365 days to revolve around the sun, that is 1 year. Since Priya is 12 years old, Priya would have revolved 12 times around the sun. Is it clear? Do you know, children? Perihelion is the earth's closest position to the sun. Aphelion is the farthest position of the earth from the sun. On 21st June, the Tropic of Cancer faces the sun. This is known as summer solstice. It is the longest day in the northern hemisphere and longest night in the southern hemisphere. On 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn faces the sun. It is called as winter solstice. It is the longest day in the southern hemisphere and longest night in the northern hemisphere. Is it clear? Now, again there is a question, children. If the earth is not inclined at 23.5 degree angle, what would happen to the earth? Yes, you are correct. There would be no seasons. That's all today's class, children. Please go through the lesson. We'll meet in the next class. Bye.